Hey, welcome back to the Section 121 podcast. It's been a little while. Last week, family out of town, had to take my sister to school, couldn't really get this done. Baseball weekend, lots of rain, late, all that. But we are back. I'm sorry, I know I even said it would be out yesterday, but we got one today, and in just plenty of time for spring training, which begins Thursday with the Dodgers. So that's tomorrow. So we got a lot to break down in these 40-ish minutes or so before game time at 12:10. Today we're gonna be talking about how I was looking into I really got deep into Fangraphs the other day, and so I was trying to find the difference between 2021 season, 2022, like those when we would win close games, have like huge we'd have like walk-offs, big comebacks, a bunch of fun stuff like that. And in 2023, in a situation when we really were put in a spot to have as many of those as possible, we really just didn't. And I was curious why, and so I looked out at Fangraphs, and thankfully, lucky for me, Fangraphs has a tool that will determine if the at bat is in a high leverage, medium leverage, or low leverage situation. So obviously, I looked at high leverage. I also looked at a couple with runners on. I mean, we've already all seen most of those stats, but I still did want to back up just in case some people don't believe in the high leverage. I know some people don't love the new stats or the little assumptions that can be made, but anyways, we'll get into it. Now, the four guys who were supposed to provide San Diego with the best baseball it's ever seen, like ever. And the captain, Manny Machado. So he, the captain, the Mr. It starts with me. All these guys are talented, but it starts with me. He, in high leverage situations, Manny Machado batted 196 with a 58 WRC plus, which is weighted runs created, a stat that kind of determines offensive value, and a 592 OPS, good for about as good as Trent Grisham's regular stats. Maybe worse. The average is about there. The OPS and WRC plus may be worse than Trent Grisham. I mean, that's just that blew me out of the water. I'm like, wow, that's so crazy. He batted like 270-ish. And the funny thing about this is that he wasn't even bad with runners in scoring position, he was a 270 average with 115 WRC plus guy. Like, that was who he was with runners in scoring position. But when it was clutch runners in scoring position, 151 and 45 WRC plus. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's ridiculous. I've got three more of these to go, so I'm trying not to lose my crap here, but yeah, that's pretty crazy to go from to drop almost half your average in the clutch. Just can't do it. Then we got the next one, the generational talent, Juan Soto. Expected NL MVP expectations, and cool if you put up like weirdly good stats, then yeah, you can make a shot there. But you can't if you decide to hit 176 and a sub 50 WRC plus in high leverage situations in the first half. In the second half, he got better. Big thanks to that home run off Evan Phillips. But I mean, nevertheless, you know, that's what I'm asking for, so I can't like subtract that. But yeah, he dropped from a 270 to 233 hitter with runners on, and hit 234 with a sub 120 WRC in the late innings. That's not awful, but you drop from 270 to 234 in the late innings. It's like nice, unless you're hitting like constant early inning bombs or something. Like, you're not. We want you to hit in late innings. That's why we have you. That's why we have you at the top, so you can get those at bats in the late innings. It's like that's what it's there for. That's what we do that for. And so, anyways, he's not, obviously can't say too much about him. He's gone, but he was okay. He was probably the best. Actually, Fernando probably, but probably the worst on this list. And this surprised me. I thought it'd be Machado for sure, but the acquisition of Xander Bogaerts in Fangraphs high leverage. I don't even need to break down the average. In these 51 important plate appearances, they said, high leverage plate appearances, this dude got 6 hits, excluding a walk-off home run versus the Rockies, which again, I can't really subtract. That's what I'm asking for. But outside of that walk-off home run, 6 hits, all singles. And a 23 WRC plus, including the walk-off home run, all year. This is not first half. This is not like end of this. Like, this is all year. You hit around 150 in the clutch all year, and you hit a 23 WRC plus. 23 is unbelievable. That's got to change. Like that, I know he's moving to second. I hope he takes a little bit of stuff with him and decides to go back to being that around 300 guy, and around 300 all the game, not just in the first 6 innings or when their runners are in the dugout and not on the bases. So then you got the last guy, the San Diego's superstar, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's not as bad. He's still obviously I mean, 81 WRC plus and 270 and high leverage. Obviously, he did a little better outside, but he did hit well a 146 WRC plus with runners on, and sorry, wait, that's the complete wrong. My bad. Not that. No, that was KB Son. I'll get to him. I read the wrong line. The contact is okay. You know, he gets. You know, he doesn't strike out a ton on these big play appearances. Obviously, you know, he does, but he doesn't really like. He doesn't have a lot of in between. He's really consistent, at least overall in these situations. And then, yeah, batting. I honestly blame the 3 dudes ahead of him for this, because, you know, batting leadoff and second most of the year, you got these guys trying to knock you in. So you got these guys in the clutch who are playing like the bottom of the lineup, probably worse than the bottom lineup, and you got the bottom of the lineup just in front of you. I mean, there's not too much you can do. So I don't blame him for that 270, 81 WRC plus. I don't think it's solid. It's fine. But obviously he missed 20 games this season, and that was rough. That was tough. We could have even just that little 270, that little like that would have been huge for us in the first 20 games. So next 2 guys I need to talk about are Luis Campusano and Ha-Sung Kim. I call them the life guys because they brought life to a like seemingly like dead program. Like, this baseball club just kind of, if you got 4 of the best players and they're just not 4 of the best players in, like, if they're just not really, if they're not doing like nearly close to what you need from them, it's very, very easy to just give, like, mentally, just to give up. Just be like, no, like, we're not. If these four aren't doing it, then, I mean, like, we're pretty much done, probably. But we happen to have a breakout year from our utility guy, who we all know and love, Ha-Sung Kim, who batted 129 in high leverage, had a walk-off and a grand slam against Ryan Weathers, and was really did a lot better when he was in the leadoff spot compared to when he was in the 7, 8, 9. I think he was 8 a lot at the beginning of the season. When he was the leadoff guy, he was clutch. He started, like, he was really one of the reasons that we were able to go on that run at the end and kind of stay in it all year. You know, he had some big leadoff home runs, big moments all around. And so, thank you, Ha-Sung. We need it again. Don't sleep on that good season. You know, treat it like a contract year, because it kind of is. And then my guy, personal favorite, Luis Campusano, who batted .333 with 138 WRC plus at high leverage. So in high leverage, he rose to .333. He's probably the only player on our team that rose at all to any. There's a possibility that Trent Grisham could have, maybe, if he's, I don't know, his stats are so low anyways, they could, it's physically possible, they could be like 210. But still, yeah, the only thing is he doesn't walk a lot, but the guy is a pure hitter, and he just, you know, he was huge in that second half run. Again, I mean, can you think of any other reason why we went on that run at the end? I mean, Campusano came in, and he came back from his injury, and all of a sudden we started winning games because he started playing well. I mean, he's a big reason there. And last guy is, I needed to I couldn't let Jake Cronenworth slide on the fact that he batted 128 with high leverage. 128. That is out of 1,000 plate appearances, only 128 times. Sorry, out of 100 plate appearances, you maybe got 12, 13 hits. And very few of them were home runs. Very few of them. Rise to the occasion. Please, just rise. These guys gotta just, I mean, maybe it's not all of them. I know it's not. It's not easy to bat in the bottom of the 8th, 9th, you know. But if it's like, at least just a couple guys need to rise their averages to these big situations, because, I mean, you can't be, I mean, it's fun to watch them, but I mean, I might as well turn off the game in the 7th inning if we have a shaky bullpen, and which we don't this year, we did last year. If we have a shaky bullpen and, you know, these guys are just not going to swing the bat, it's not just really just not, it's not fun to watch. And in 2024, we got a couple of things I want to see that these are all like this, like a wish list. Don't take it like, oh, like this all needs to happen. This all like is super vital. In fact, we gotta have a good season and have none of these things. But what I want to see, obviously, is first thing goes on the radar a lot, deep pitching performances. I think that Musgrove no-hitter was great for us. I think that time Snell went like into the 8th with like 16 strikeouts. Maybe, no, sorry, 13, my bad. Sorry, just jacked up Snell stats for a little bit, but I think it was in the 8th he went 13 strikeouts. We don't see it very often, and maybe with a new manager we'll see them leave pitchers out there a little longer, but it's really just like, I mean, the Padres are a 6th inning. They are a six inning, you know, pitching coach staff. Their staff is just bent on like 6 innings. If you're doing really well, 7 innings. That's kind of how it is. no 8, no 9. So I want to see someone pitch good enough to break that, and I would like to see Schilt leave him in a little bit. And the other thing is big individual games, so kind of similar to pitching performances, but more on the offensive thing. 4-for-4 nights from Luis Campusano, like a 3 home run night for Tatis, a cycle. Obviously it's a big ask, but back-to-back home runs, and bat flips, grand slams, web gems, walk-offs. They just need some fun, and they haven't had it since, it feels like 2022-ish, and really 2021. Like, they really had it in 2021. In 2022, they just kind of had it, the fans were back. Tatis was gone. I think without Tatis in 2022, we would have been so scared. That's one of my biggest what ifs as a baseball fan. But anyways, that's all I've got. Actually, I'll go into tomorrow's stuff real quick, and I'll just read it because this is really quick. So, anyways, moving on to the new faces you will see tomorrow. You might not see all of them. You probably won't see. You might not even see any of them, but I bet you'll see a couple of these guys out of the bullpen. So, first guy, Johnny Brito, hard-throwing righty, starting pitcher, got in the Yankees trade. Incredible changeup. He's 26. He's got great stuff. He's got a great moving, arm side movement changeup, and yeah, he throws a hard sinker that also, has a little bit of movement. He's got great stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing him. He's one of the more exciting ones to watch. Yuki Matsui, he's got a good mid-velo fastball with great spin rate. I watched a video on his fastball. He's a little small, but he throws a really good splitter that could be like that pitch, like kind of similar to like Kodai Senga's like ghost fork level a little bit. Not maybe not the exact, but so it could be something like that. That's what the Padres believe. Randy Vasquez, he's got an okay fastball, great sweeper, solid changeup, and he's got some swag. Obviously, pretty easy to see when I watch his highlights. He's got his, he's confident in his stuff, and I do like the kid. I think I just wrote that down. I like the kid. So I like the kid. He's got good fastball location too. Drew Thorpe, he's in the minors. We won't see him for a while. Younger guy, but he's a big frame and he's got low velo. It's kind of odd. He's a big guy, but he's got low velo. He's got great stuff. He's got a really good curveball, and lots of strikeouts. Think he had like the strikeout lead for one of the the low A leagues or the Class A. I don't know, but yeah, he has the composure of an MLB guy too. That's what I can see from that. And next guy, Michael King, probably the best out of this trade. Mid-90s velo guy. Very consistent. You won't see a lot of mistakes out of him. He's got a good sinker, great sweeper, fun to watch sweeper guys. Excited for that. Lots of movement, confident in his arm, and he's very poised. He's not gonna blow anything. He's not gonna blow anything by you. He's not gonna, fold you, sword you. He's not gonna do anything crazy. He's just gonna go put up good numbers, and you might like him, you might not, but you're gonna win games when he's on the mound, and that's what I love out of a third reliever type guy, a third pitcher type guy, because obviously baseball is kind of simple if you think about it. You have your two best pitchers, your two worst pitchers, and the guy in the middle, and if you win all the games that they pitch and you lose all the games that they pitch, it's kind of just up to the guy in the middle, and Michael King's the guy that you're going to win games behind, and I'm really excited to see him pitch in the brown and gold this year. And two guys left. Wusa Go, out of Korea. Mid-high 90s with an 80-mile-an-hour power curve that is going to be nasty, I have heard and seen. A 80-mile-an-hour power curve and a nasty cutter. So look for that power curve. He probably won't close like he did in, I think the KBO. I assume he was playing in the KBO, but, yeah. He probably will come out of the bullpen and give us some entertainment. Going to be one of the more fun ones to watch. And, sorry, there's two more. I didn't space them. Aniel De Los Santos, pretty simple. He's been in the league for a while. He's a mid-90s guy with a curveball changeup. He's maybe the most basic reliever ever. Fastball, curveball, changeup. And, anyways, the last guy, Wandy Peralta, has a good fastball and a ridiculous low 90s changeup that is, like, has a ridiculous amount of movement. It's so hard to detect, and he strikes out some of the best hitters with that. He's got extreme confidence in his stuff. He'll throw that changeup anywhere to anybody, and he is a high leverage guy. He's usually an 8th inning guy, has come in the 9th, but you will rarely see this guy like backing up like your fifth guy in like the 6th inning. Like he's an 8th inning guy. He's an 8th inning guy, and if our bullpen wasn't so good this year, he'd even be a 9th inning guy. But that's what you need to know about him. He's gonna probably be one of our setup guys, and yeah, that's all I got. I just talked a lot. I will see you guys tomorrow for a little bit of a preview of the first spring training game, and I'm so excited. Yeah, I can't wait to see. I haven't seen all these guys play together in so long, and I'm really looking forward to it. And so we'll get into all that tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you guys. Thank you.